Alright, hey, back on? Okay, cool. So, let's see, I showed you the tires, how they spin, I showed you the tracks, um, the propellers, the cannon. Oh, by the way, this turret up here still moves. See? See that? Pretty cool. Yeah. Um, and I put the chains up. So okay, now I'm gonna bring it forward here. I put the chains on here so that it would look like. Well, look at this guy here. It would look like Captain America. Could come on here and like crawl around on this behemoth of a vehicle, kind of like a pirate ship. But I may change them later. I probably don't. Probably not. I would have done it a little bit differently. But let me show you here the what do you call it? This plow. And this plow is just made of like fence and chains, and it's for like anti-infantry. It's for running into people. Same thing with the exhausts up here. They could, like, when you rev the engine, shoot fire out of them, and obviously the fumes aren't good for you. So this whole front is kind of like an anti-infantry area. Plus the chassis are fenced in, so you can't get into all the equipment and and chained off. That's what I use all the fencing for, pretty much. Now the other thing I did was, that's really cool. Let me show you back here too. I really like this spare monster tire as well. It's just not something that you see a lot. It's like, you see normal tires, but you don't always see a spare monster tire. So I thought that was really cool. So then the other thing I wanted to show you here was, what did I want to show you? Oh, yeah, the aluminum, why am I forgetting all the words now? I don't know. Like sheets, aluminum sheets. So like, I figured that a Captain America would, come up here and like just nail gun all of these aluminum sheets in there just to cover cracks and stuff. And really what that is just me taking little cutouts of paper and gluing them on. And I did all the dots for like rivets and stuff. Same thing over here. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. I wasn't really sure what order to like explain things in, but I didn't mention this. But I did put, this is the Captain America vehicle, but this back, the drive, I don't know what to call it, the tread drive or something. It's supposed to represent Bucky and his mechanical arm and stuff. So anyway, also whenever you see kind of an army green on here, that's supposed to represent the army. Captain America was an army soldier, and also this, I've never done this before either. I did a lot of new things with this project, but this, a lot of the time you'll see on tanks the cannon or turret will have some of the equipment covered with canvas or like a tarp or sheet. So that's what this was, and I think that really gives it an extra deserty feel. So that you don't get all the dust in the gears and things like that. So this cannon is supposed to look like it moves around and articulates. It doesn't in reality, but the way I did that was I took an old, those old, those cheap bags that they give out for advertising, those companies. So I cut one up and I stuffed it in there, and then I painted it tan, and then I gave it the brown wash, and it looks really cool, and I like that. And over here, oh, I showed you that. I'm running out of storage on my phone. So anyway, I hope that is everything, and still gotta fix those wheels, because I did that when I was building in the first place. It gunked up, and this is an exhaust pipe, by the way. I'm not sure if I clarified that, but and this decal over here came with my B-17 model. Let me see if I can. It came with my B-17 model, but I put it on there to represent Peggy and Sharon Carter. So anyway, this is really cool, and I really like this model, and looking forward to the results of the competition. But the great thing about these competitions is that you just send a picture in and you get to keep the whole model, so that's pretty awesome. Alright, bye.